Chapter 4, Secret Number 3, Streamlining the Mind, How Focus Can Increase Productivity. There are so many things weighing on our minds. Some of them will simply not let the task at hand get done, while others will, but at varying speed. Not all of the thoughts in our minds can be wiped off, and not all should. These thoughts are essential to our existence and determine who we really are. So what can you do to ensure that the rate at which you accomplish tasks aren't hindered by the thoughts in your mind? This brings us to the third secret to get the most of your time with the aid of your mind. There is a thin line between streamlining the thoughts in your mind and focus. Streamlining your thoughts involves taking all you are thinking about at a given time and channeling it together to work in tandem, whereas focus involves picking on one line of thought and making a feast of it. Our minds are organized. Just as computers operate, our minds function in similar ways. To get the most out of your computer system and avoid lagging as a result of numerous activities running in its memory, it is necessary to empty its cache and reboot. So it is with the human mind. The mind can get frozen and not operate up to speed when multiple thoughts are running simultaneously with each other. This does not only result in the poor recollection of past experiences, but it also affects the manner and rate at which we embark on new tasks. Streamlining the thoughts in the mind and focus draws our attention to the organization of the mind. The mind must be organized to get things done. An organized mind will make it possible to streamline your thoughts and focus your mind on a particular task and get it done without exceeding the time limit you have set aside for it. Apparently, it is an ever-revolving cycle. They lead back to each other, putting you in a position of advantage. Embarking on a path or making a habit of setting few minutes daily to rid the brain of unnecessary information and organizing it will enhance your focus, ensure you complete more tasks, and achieve more goals in a drastic proportion. A streamlined mind is way more effective than one that is overloaded. Apart from forgetting things, an overloaded mind will skip tasks, miss important details, and forget deadlines. Quality of the job done also suffers. This results from the inability to give the needed concentration and not reaching our potential when our skills are employed. Less stress, work-life balance, and increased energy levels are benefits from streamlining the mind. To help you organize your thoughts, there are a few steps you can take. Do note that these simple daily tasks require very less time and will immensely sharpen your mind. Identify your best time. There is no exact time frame to get this done. It is largely dependent on you. What matters most is the consistency of doing it. Also, identifying the best conditions for you to organize your thoughts. Some persons cannot commence the process unless after taking a cup of coffee, having to exercise, or taking a long shower. You know how your body and mind works, so it is up to you to figure out the best conditions for you to kickstart the process. Decide how you will take a log. There are numerous ways to take a log of your thoughts. You can decide using either a notepad, computer, smartphone, or voice recorder. Whichever one suits you most can be used. Only ensure that it is readily accessible at the time of need. Dump it all and do it fast. You should quickly dump all you have been storing in your head, including thoughts, concerns, ideas, tasks, and questions. Getting them all out is the first step. You can then sort them out on your logging tool. Now you have freed up more space. You will have more brain power available to you. There is another way to streamline your thought. In fact, there are numerous ways. The minimalistic approach has been an effective method to streamline one's life, and you can also find good use with it. It involves decluttering your space. First, you have to take an inventory of all that is in your physical space. Give yourself a deadline and know all that you accumulated. You have to let go of items that are of less use to you. Note this method should be applied when you cannot work in a cluttered environment. Some persons have been found to thrive when their workspace is cluttered. Hence, the approach is highly subjective. Have you ever thought about streamlining your routine? Why would that be even necessary? Sometimes you might want to achieve a goal to reach a particular point in your career, but you find it so difficult. You find completing the basic tasks difficult to come by, and you waste time in the little ones you are able to accomplish. Basically, your productivity is so low that you can barely arrive at your destination. To add to it, one of the primary causes of your inability to arrive at your destination is that you have so many tasks to carry out. The pressure from these tasks overwhelms, and you take much of it on with the hope that one will propel you to your destination. The problem is that we often take it upon ourselves to do the things we do not want to. Here's what you need to do to streamline your activities. Cut down. You really have to be honest about your priorities. If you know a specific task would not be enjoyable, do not embark on it. It will simply drag on and reduce the time needed to accomplish other things. Also, the energy saved from avoided such tasks can be used to carry out more meaningful tasks. Although they are some things we do not enjoy, we just have to get them done, such as certain aspects in your job. You can make up for these aspects in other areas of your life, thereby regaining control of it. One of the norms of our era is that we keep ourselves busy. You really have to work against this. Having downtime is not a crime. Rather than occupying yourself with numerous activities, ensure that you channel your discipline and energy into what will bring you a measure of satisfaction. Find your own path. Good enough, the internet has made information about the personal lifestyles and routines of successful individuals readily available. We can easily fall into the trap of adopting the routines of these persons, whereas we are not suited for such lifestyles. When we encounter the stories of such persons regularly, our mind adopts a belief system that imposes their habits on us. Instead of imposing a new belief system on our mind, it is best you look out for significant patterns that can match your temperament, hence forming a new perspective that will lead to relative success, your own success. As a matter of fact, the success of an individual can hardly be traced to a few habits. So break free from the mindset and create your own success. Reevaluate your commitment. Obligations can easily be accumulated. Things that you normally do by choice might now seem to be compulsory after a while. These include habits and recreation. Anything that will hinder your productivity should be let off. Multitasking is viewed as an invaluable skill, but sometimes it can prove to limit productivity levels. Look through the things taking your time and ensure that they are actually worth it. Give room for uncertainty. A bit of luck is needed sometimes in attaining success. Sometimes things might not work out the way you envisaged, and you have simply depended on chance. Regardless of this, you should ensure hard work rules your world. Planning and avoiding risks may only limit your chances to attain success. Good things do not happen independently. Even if they do so rarely. Things occur as a part of a chain of events. So for you to key into one of such events, you must be vulnerable to it. You have to open up opportunities to be part of an event, and sometimes it requires risks and chance. Trying out new experiences, explore, give room for spontaneity, tag into any flow of your positivity, passing by, then you can really say you have set up your mind for success.